All right, so, we've got to talk about this whole Alexie Brooks thing, right?
Yeah.
Like, topping this online poll for Miss Eco International. I mean, on the surface, it just sounds like another, beauty pageant update. But I feel like there's more to it, don't you think? Especially for our listeners, the ones who want the deeper story.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, this article from Inquirer.net, it's dated March 19th, 2025, and it kind of just gives us this, initial glimpse, right? The snapshot. But, our goal here isn't to just, repeat the headline. We want to, really understand what this whole online race means. What does it tell us? It's a pre-arrival poll, too, which I think is really interesting. And then what does Alexie Brooks's early success tell us about pageants in general, international pageantry as a whole, you know?
Totally. Yeah, let's actually break it down piece by piece. So first, this whole online race thing. So she's representing the Philippines, right?
Yeah.
And she came in first place in this ecotourism video poll. And this wasn't just some random, internet poll. This was a YouTube poll, officially run through YouTube, which is interesting in itself. And then they focused on ecotourism.
Yeah.
What do you make of all that? Just those facts alone.
Well, I think what's really fascinating here is how this online activity, it's a new way to filter the contestants, right? Traditionally, judges would always see these contestants in person first, but now you have this global audience who can weigh in online before the competition even really starts. So it could actually influence the judges, it could influence what qualities they value in a contestant, and even the way they perceive the contestants before they've even met them. And then, it's a video too, so it's not just about stage presence anymore. It's about how well these contestants can communicate through video, which is a whole other skill set.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's a first impression, but it's online.
Yeah.
And it has to be of this specific topic like ecotourism. And even the article mentions when this was announced, it was Wednesday afternoon, March 19th, on their social media, they posted it even with a graph and little camera emojis. It just feels very, current.
Oh, absolutely. The way they're using social media, even adding the visuals like that graph you mentioned in the emojis, it shows they're trying to make this pre-arrival activity really engaging and easy to understand, especially for a large audience online. So to me, it signals this move towards more transparency and public involvement early on in the competition, which is interesting.
And that's the thing.
Yeah.
This is all happening before they even get to the main competition, right? It's a pre-arrival race. So they haven't even arrived in Alexandria, Egypt,
right,
where it's all going down next month in April. So it's like judging a book by its cover.
Yeah,
but the cover is this ecotourism video.
Yeah, exactly. And that's important because it suggests, a possible shift in how they're evaluating these contestants. It's not just about what happens on stage at the pageant now. It's also about how well they can connect with an audience online beforehand and how well they can communicate a specific message. So in a way, this online engagement is becoming part of the judging criteria even before they step on stage.
And it's not over yet either. This race, the post on social media said, but it's not over yet. Your support can make a difference. Head over to our YouTube channel now, subscribe, and vote for your favorite contestant by watching and engaging with your videos. Let's celebrate ecotourism and sustainability together.
And they added leaf emojis and a green heart. They really want people to stay involved.
And that encouragement to participate, that's crucial because it means this isn't just a one-time vote. It's an ongoing thing. They want to see who can maintain that engagement and build a following online. And it raises a big question too, how much will the judges actually care about this online engagement? Will it be as important as the traditional parts of the competition? Okay, so let's talk about Alexie Brooks herself, now representing the Philippines. They tend to do pretty well in these pageants, right? But another delegate who's also Filipina, like the Victoria Portal Ingles, she's from the UK, and she came in second, and her parents are from Pangasinan and Ilocos, which is a cool connection, 2 Filipinas in the top 2.
Yeah, for our listeners out there, the ones who really want to understand the nuances, this is a really interesting point because it shows the global reach of the Filipino diaspora and how much they support their own. There's obviously a strong online community there, and they can really rally behind these contestants.
And this isn't her first rodeo, Brooks. I mean, she was in the top 10 in the 2024 Miss Universe Philippines pageant, which is a big deal, and that's actually how she qualified for Miss Eco International. Mm-hmm. So how do you think that past experience is playing into her success now in this online poll?
Well, competing at that level in Miss Universe Philippines would have given her a lot of experience with the media and taught her how to present herself well. And she probably already had a lot of supporters from that experience. So she understands how important online engagement is for getting visibility and support.
And here's something else I found really interesting. She was also on the Philippine national team for the Southeast Asian Games. So she's got a serious athletic background, which makes you wonder how that kind of discipline and competitiveness translates to making an ecotourism video and doing well in a pageant?
It's a great question because, you have to think about how that athletic background could have made her more disciplined in giving her those skills to set goals and be resilient, which are all really important in any competition, not just sports. So she could be applying those same skills to this online poll, making sure her content is really good and persuasive.
And we have to mention the Philippines has done really well in Miss Eco International in the past, right? They've had 2 winners, Cynthia Thormilla in 2018 and Kathleen Payton in 2022. So there's definitely a legacy there. Do you think that adds any extra pressure for Brooks? Like, does she have to live up to that standard?
Oh, for sure. Having those past winners creates a certain expectation, right? So for you, the listener, it's important to remember that she's representing a country with a history of success in this specific pageant. So that could add pressure, but it could also mean she has a lot of support from Filipinos who want to see her succeed.
Right. And just to give everyone the full picture, the actual Miss Eco International pageant is happening next month in April in Alexandria, Egypt. And the current title holder, Angelina Yusnova, she's from Ukraine, and she'll be giving up her crown. So this online poll is just the beginning. It's a much bigger competition with contestants from all over the world.
Yeah, and it's important for you to understand the global scale of this event. Each delegate is coming from a different background with their own unique perspective on ecotourism and sustainability. So this poll, it's like a sneak peek.
Yeah.
It shows us who's already connecting with the audience online and what kind of messages are resonating with people.
So for our listeners who are trying to get the full picture, what do you think this online poll really tells us? It feels like more than just a popularity contest.
I agree. It's definitely not just about who has the most likes.
Yeah.
I think Alexie Brooks' early lead with her ecotourism video shows us that things are changing in the world of international pageants. It's not enough to just be beautiful anymore. You need to have a strong online presence. You need to be able to communicate effectively, and you need to care about important global issues like the environment, and you need to be able to talk about those issues in a way that connects with people.
Right. And it's specifically about ecotourism videos. So like you said, it's not just about looking good in a swimsuit anymore. They have to actually say something meaningful about sustainability and the environment.
And that's what's so interesting here, this pre-pageant activity. It actually gives us a way to see how well these contestants understand ecotourism. Can they explain it? Can they connect with a global audience about this issue? So it goes beyond just judging their looks, and it adds this whole other element of advocacy and communication.
Okay, so to sum it all up for our listeners, Alexie Brooks from the Philippines is in the lead right now on this pre-arrival online poll for Miss Eco International 2025, and it's mainly because of her ecotourism video. So this early success really shows how important online engagement and environmental awareness have become in these competitions. And don't forget, the Philippines has a really good track record in this pageant too.
Absolutely. And if we take a step back and think about the bigger picture, this focus on ecotourism and sustainability raises a really interesting question. How much will these online challenges actually influence who wins in the end? As these challenges become more and more important, will they start to outweigh the traditional judging criteria? It makes you think about what it really takes to be successful in these competitions now and what values they're promoting globally. So it'll be really interesting to see how the rest of the competition plays out.
I agree. It's definitely something to watch for. Thanks for breaking it all down.
Of course, my pleasure.